Welcome to the show where ideas meet intrigue, where the unveiled thoughts are given a louder platform. This is your host, Moon Mukherjee, and you're watching The Loud Lounge. Today, as we unmute our thoughts, we have our beautiful Miss Amina Konate from Ivory Coast, who is a serial entrepreneur. Welcome, Amina, to the show.
Thank you, Moon, for having me here. What a pleasure, what a pleasure.
Oh, it's a pleasure for us for being here in our WeTel studio. Amina, give a little bit a peekaboo to your childhood and who Amina Konate is.
So, okay, currently I am the CEO, the founder of Ivoirian Couture, which is a fashion designer brand. Radiance Parfum, which is a perfume line and cosmetics. Aqua Sports, which is a sports line wear. And Konate Cosmetics, my recent addition to the family, which is the makeup brand.
Oh my God,
yes.
You want to get beautiful from head to toe, you want to smell good, you have the girl who has it all. So Amina, as I already know, let our viewers know also, you've been here in the UAE for the last 30 years. So how has been your journey from childhood till being Miss Famous Konate here?
Oh wow, it's such a long journey, such a long journey. I was born in Egypt actually, where my parents studied in October 1987. And we came to UAE when I was around 3 years old, and that was where we lived basically.
Oh.
So I studied here, I did my childhood here, and it was it's such a funny, memorable, journey. I grew up in a family where fashion was something you wouldn't miss. I mean, my mom, my aunts, everyone. So I was automatically, naturally influenced by fashion from at a very young age. So going to college, for example, I would just dress myself up, just cut up some t-shirts and do something. And I vowed one day that I would definitely launch a brand that would appeal to everyone around the world, and especially my home country. So that's how I became the entrepreneur of Ivoirian Couture.
Wonderful. Just to let you guys know, Amina has been a veteran designer in my shows, all my shows till now, and her designs really stand out. They're very light, very vibrant colored, light textured. Anyone can wear. It's not like those very fancy kind of stuffs, but things that stand out in the crowd. If you wear an Amina collection, I'm sure you would get noticed in the crowd over there. So Amina, if you can tell me about why Ivoirian Couture, what's the story behind it?
So I was, at a young age, I always struggled to have this confidence. I mean, like many teenagers, you all have these insecurities. I always fought to stand out, to look good, to be good, and I want to share not the struggle, the fruit of the outcome to everyone. So I came up with the name Ivoirian, and Ivoire because it's my country, Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, and the Ren means queen.
Wow!
So everyone is a queen. Anyone that wears Ivoirian Couture is a queen. You look amazing, you look great, and you forget about all these insecurities you have, all these things, and you just show your confidence. So that's why I chose this name, Ivoirian Couture.
It's such a human approach to a name, I must say. It's really touching. To all the queens out there, you can do it too.
Yes.
Okay, so as a designer who's having rooted in Ivory Coast, Africa, coming to UAE, growing up in UAE, does your collection reflect that accumulation and conglomeration of both the worlds? Does it portray in your designs?
So growing up in UAE, of course, and I've learned the culture of this country, and it's so beautiful to see two different cultures, like Ivory Coast in the western side of Africa, and then you have the Middle East, UAE, where they have their own cultures, their own beautiful abayas and kanduras and all these patterns. So I wanted to go through like okay, let me start again. So growing up here in UAE, I admired the cultures of the UAE. I enjoyed, I loved seeing their abayas and their kanduras. Even for the men, I loved their white kanduras and how they put the black thing.
Right.
And
very soothing to see.
Yeah, it really amazed me, and sometimes I would wear one, just like because I love it. And
I would love to one day.
Yeah.
Are you gifting me one?
Yes, definitely. And so to sort of like, I came up with an idea to sort of infuse those two cultures, because Ivory Coast culture is so vibrant. The people there just love life, they love to dance, they love the music, and we are so proud of our country. I'm sure a lot of people know that out there. We are so proud of our country and our culture. So I try to infuse that so people don't just leave one culture just to focus on one culture. I want to infuse those two beautiful cultures together.
Sure.
So my designs have the African colors, has the Ivorian colors and the textiles, but it also has some Middle Eastern, UAE impressions touched to it. So
wonderful.
It's really unique. Yeah.
Wonderful. So let's get a little bit more serious here. As you have been growing up here, and the textile industry and the fashion industry has a lot of competition. UAE is emerging as one of the most fashion prominent cities around the world. So it's a lot of challenge over there. What are the challenges that you have faced in regard to portraying your collection or letting it go out to the market? What is the acceptance of the people in regard to your ivory and couture?
So when I first came up with this idea, I was like, okay, it's a good idea. You're infusing two cultures, but now the challenge is getting that person's attention, getting the audience attention. Why? I mean, what's different about your fashion from the other fashion? We see a lot of glamorous ones. Right. So what makes yours different? So the challenge was to capture that attention.
Right.
And I think I'm doing well with that.
Of course you are.
But
she stands out. Girl, you stand out. I must say, the last show, every show she's making it better and better and better. So
thank you.
No, seriously. With total due respect to all the designers out there, she's one of my very, very favorite friends too. And the dance moves.
Oh yeah.
Let's not talk about it. I wish I had that groove in me, but sadly no. But yes, she has it. And other than that, the last show was so fascinating to watch. We saw the entire, I'm having goosebumps while saying, we saw the entire African culture with the drums, and our choreographer was Brahim Pratap that time. Yeah. And he did a wonderful job with all the models coming on the stage with such beautiful collection. So it was a moment to be watched. Yeah.
It was such a proud moment for me.
We had it.
Yeah.
So Amina, do you, if I ask you something tricky here, that here being in this industry, what is like for Amina, which shows that you would want to be a part of, and things that you look, or which are the designers you look forward to or take the inspiration from for doing your line? And once, like, we all have our small little goals. Like, I tell my family that the day I buy a Bentley with my own money, that day I will think I'm successful. I mean, that's my parameter, though it's very nice, very materialistic. But that's me. I mean, that's my dream. So as a designer, what do you think, what is your dream that you will think like, okay, fine, Amina, good job, girl, you did this. So, anything?
Yeah, so I have so many, I get inspired by a lot of fashion designers every day. So for example, we have the Elisab, of course, and we have Vera Wang. So I'm inspired by these two people mostly because they keep this elegance. I mean, fashion doesn't have to mean that you have to go out of your way to do something,
Right.
You can always keep that elegance. Elegance is my part of...
so ivory and couture means eleganza.
There you go. So that's the reason why I love those two. They're very elegant.
Look at you. The epitome of elegance over there.
And also, I think one of the three best shows that I love here in Dubai is the Dubai Fashion Week, the Emirates Fashion Week, and of course, I always have to leave the best for the last, is Fashion for All.
Oh.
And let me tell you why. Before you judge me, I will tell you why. Before Fashion for All, 2 years ago, I had never, ever done a walk on a ramp.
Aww.
I had never ever had anything.
This is the moment I feel like hugging her.
It's like it had never happened. And when I met Moon via, we have so many links, it was just like an answer to all my solutions. And she was like, you know what? You can do the ramp. And I was like, me? Like, she's like, yeah. Your designs? Yeah. On the ramp? Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. And then
she slayed it. It was like amazing. Trust me. And she slayed it like a queen, girl. Like, yes.
That is something I can say it is one of the milestones that I have achieved in my life. Honestly, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful to know. A little personal question, if you don't mind me asking. How has your family been supportive about all these aspirations that you have in regard to fashion? Because I've seen a lot of people struggling without family support.
Of course.
So,
yeah.
how has it been with you?
But my passion for fashion came at a very young age, and my parents knew about it, but I mean, education was their priority. They're like, you're in a foreign land and you need to get your education right, and then you can do whatever you want. So in a way, it's a support, but for me at that time with my rebellious thing, I just had to do it, But today they're very proud of me. They are so proud, and my shop opening, they were there, and it was such a beautiful moment. And I would like to take advantage of this and give a shout out to my husband as well, who has been a rock from day one.
I know. Every time she shows her collection, he stands up on the chair like
clapping. Thank you so much. And my kids, even though they don't know what's going on,
so adorable.
They just keep screaming, "Mommy, mommy!" So that itself is just everything,
Her kid, who is I think now how many years old?
6 and 3.
The 6-year-old child walked my first fashion show. I did only one fashion show for the kids, and that little cute thing embraced us with her walk. Such a supportive mommy. I'm so glad, people like you exist in this world, not just because of your passion, but because of the person she is. There are a lot of various kinds of people we come across in this industry, but she has been one of the most legit. No, it's no shy.
I'm just like,
No, she's one of the, I have no qualms in saying it on the camera. She's been by my side. She's been a wonderful friend. And she's the one who if I feel low, I know if we meet up, we catch up for that drink, and I'll have the ball of a time. So she's that happy-spirited, beautiful woman who is doing what she does the best. That is doing her own designs and portraying colors and portraying positivity in her designs through ivory and couture. Now, the tricky part. We'll have a rapid fire questions round here.
Okay.
Where I will ask you 10 tricky questions, but the catch is you have to be very impromptu with the answers. You cannot think. So whatever comes to your mind, just let it go.
I have my bill money.
Who's insured? Everybody's insured here. Okay. So what's your favorite age so far?
My favorite age?
Question number one.
Question number one. Okay, so I would say around 17, 18. That was the first time I fell in love.
Oh my God. I was just about to ask, may I know why, but we have the answer. How often do you floss?
I didn't floss this morning, that's for sure. So, if my dentist is watching this, I'm sorry. Not that
Sorry.
often.
Sorry about that odd question, but we are friends. I can do that to you. Have you ever dated a woman before?
No, I got 2 kids, so I can assure you I'm straight.
She's gonna kill me after this.
Straight. Nothing against the other community, honestly, but I'm yeah.
It's your personal preference.
Exactly. So
wonderful. What is the craziest thing that you've ever done?
can I say 2 craziest things?
Of course, why not?
No,
Shoot.
actually 3. So
we have a crazy girl in the studio.
I skydived, even though I didn't want to, and I want to give a shout out to my friend Robin for that, who pushed me to do it. And
Robin, I'm waiting for your push.
And I don't regret it. Love you, Robin.
Lovely.
And I want to give a shout out to my friend for the next 2 crazy ones, which is Miriam. I climbed the Kilimanjaro thanks to her support and her energy and everything. And I also did the Everest Base Camp. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have done it.
We
honestly.
have an adventurous soul with us. So anyone looking for adventure, see, you have a girl to go.
Or you can go to Mariam.
Or Mariam.
Or Mariam.
Okay, so kids or no kids, though you have...
Yes, I have 2 kids, but unfortunately I had one before my oldest, and he passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear.
Yeah, I actually have 3, but it's 2. So,
oh,
yeah.
you okay?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It came as a surprise to me. It's not. I feel so bad saying myself as a close friend now. Oh my God, I was
No, it's okay, it's okay.
But you always have me.
Yes.
So which is your favorite? I've seen you are a wanderer, you travel so much. It's very difficult to get a catch on this woman. Yeah. She's sometimes at this part, sometimes Africa, sometimes Asia, sometimes the top of the Himalayas. But today we have her in our studio. And I would like to know which is the most, I wouldn't say beautiful, the place that has touched your heart the most till now.
The place, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would say. Oh wow, there's just plenty. You know, I don't know where to. Okay, let me start by saying Seychelles, because it was one of the first country I visited.
Wonderful.
And it's not about the tourism or everything. It's just that the people over there are so hospitable,
really?
So kind, so warm. You would never find
tourism of Seychelles. Are you watching?
Yeah. And the kids there, of course, and it's just a quiet, peaceful country. Wonderful. And that was where I was like, I'm far from work, I'm far from stress. This is where I want to be. So that was Seychelles.
Wonderful. In this regard, I remember I have not been to, but I want to go to Bali, Indonesia. Oh. And the only reason is Julia Roberts here. Eat, pray, love. And when I saw her cycling through the mud roads, I was like, oh my God, for my peace, I need to come over here. I was planning this summer, but somehow we flew to some other country. Mauritius. Yes,
she's a traveler as well, okay?
So 3 months maximum, you can tie me down. I'm a wild person. Okay. What's your favorite person? Okay, an open disclaimer, if she doesn't call out on my name, even at the end of the list, I'm not sure if I'm going to air the show.
I just have so many people. Like right now, like I can have a favorite person right now. Like my youngest daughter is my favorite person right now, because when I left to come here, she gave me a kiss. And then of course I love both my daughters, and I love my husband, and I love my mom and my dad and my siblings and my best friends and everyone, and Moon Mukherjee.
Okay, this is going to be aired.
Yes.
Wonderful. Best fashion show that you've been?
I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Fashion for all.
Oh.
Fashion for all. You have to see it to believe it. Yes.
Thank you for your support, love. Best husband?
Well, I had only one person. So, babe,
cheers to that.
Babe, you're the best.
The loud. And if your friends are watching,
oh my God,
who is your best friend?
Oh, Moon, please don't kill me. Honestly, I think I'm already dead when I step out of the studio. So, like, I have plenty. I don't even want to mention one name first, because
only one is what I'm looking for.
Because they're gonna be like, why did you say her name first and not my name? Good.
Okay, we can be a little reluctant here. Okay. Okay. I will give you maximum 5 if that works.
Okay. You want me to say their names or their nationalities?
Only if they spread
Okay.
your show all over.
Okay. So I would say, oh my God, I can't do this. I really can't do this. It's just,
Okay. It's okay. We got you. No problem. To all the best friends out there, I don't know what she's hiding.
See, like, you guys know that
All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you, Amina.
Yes, thank you so much,
Amina
Moon.
Konate, Ivory Couture. Thank you for being here with us and embracing with such lovely, lovely talks. This is Moon Mukherjee from the Lounge checking out. Thank you.